2022 is just about here, but one of 2021's biggest points of contention in Washington is unresolved. I'm talking with Congressman Bill Johnson about Build Back Better and more. First of all, you're against the Build Back Better plan. Why is that?
It's not a good thing for the United States. It's not a good thing for the American people. Amnesty for illegal immigrants, taxpayer-funded abortion, 80,000 new IRS agents to spy on the American people and their bank accounts, spending money that we do not have. It's not the right thing. And guess what? I'm not the only one that feels that way. There are other Democrat senators, in addition to Senator Joe Manchin, that feels the same way. So they need to go back to the drawing board if they want to do what's right for the American people.
What's a piece of the bill that you do like that might be a source of some compromise?
I don't like any of it. That's a real easy answer. I mean, it's an attack on fossil fuels, the very livelihood of a great number of people here in eastern and southeastern Ohio. It's causing inflation to rise. It's got increased taxes in it. Inflation is essentially a tax on every American. There's nothing in this bill that attracts me. Now, one of the problems that we've got, there very well could be, but the problem is that they didn't engage with Republicans when they wrote this bill. They did it all on their own. This is not bipartisan. This is no way to govern. If they had really wanted to put something forward that was good for the American people, then they would have engaged with the Republicans in doing so.
What's a spot where Republicans, you think, might want to come to the table and have kind of a framework? What's the basic want for the GOP at this point for a bill that might be similar to this, but not exactly the same moving forward?
Look, there are several things that President Biden and his administration could do that would bring Republicans to the table to do something good for the American people. Let's get the border under control. Let's reinstitute the border wall, building of the border wall, the Remain in Mexico policy, eliminate the catch and release program that the Biden administration did, stop the flood of illegal immigration, human trafficking, drugs coming across our southern border. Let's stop the attack on fossil fuels, causing a skyrocketing increase in energy. Let's go back to the days of energy independence. Let's start exporting our own natural gas and oil again, and let our allies and friends across the globe know that we're a more stable supplier for their energy resources than the Russians or the Chinese are. Let's start putting American workers before the Chinese and the Russians. Let's let pipelines in America get built and stay open rather than Russia. Those are some of the kinds of things that we need to be doing that would be good not only for the American people, but particularly good for people here in eastern and southeastern Ohio.
What more can and should the federal government be doing about the inflation issue?
Stop spending money we don't have. Stop spending money we don't have. Let's get back to the root causes of this. When you put this much cash into the system, it devalues the dollar. When energy costs go up, it not only causes an increase in the cost of fuel at the pump, but it causes an increase in everything from retail stores to the grocery store, because the cost of transporting those goods to market cost more. So those are some of the kinds of things that the Biden administration should be doing.